More primetime college football action on Saturday night. Michigan State at Washington. Washington, a 3.5-point home favorite. This one, 7:30 p.m. on ABC. Guess they were last in line on the draft order for picking primetime games. Not, of all the games we talked about, not the greatest game here on ABC. But hey, we'll talk about it. Maybe bet on it too, right, Brett?
Maybe. So I'm still burned from last week. I took a grandstand on Virginia because they were 4-point underdogs at Illinois, and I did not understand why. I am not going against that again. I don't understand why Michigan State is a 3.5-point underdog. They're favored in all of the power ratings, even with home field advantage, by like 6 points. Almost 7 points.
Yeah, I'm seeing it too. On FPI, 6 points better than Washington. So, I mean, Washington doesn't have that kind of home field advantage. I've been there. It's okay. It's a fun place to see a game, but I wouldn't call it. They have an open-end stadium that looks at the beautiful lake. Like, it's not that loud of a place to play.
Yeah, and the most concerning part, though, is despite that, Washington has climbed from -1.5, -2 at opening, and that goes through the key figure of 3, which that's some serious movement. The fact that it went through 3 means that there are people that know something that I don't, that know better than I do, that are really on this Washington side. That means they looked at a Washington -3 and still decided to bet it. That is concerning to me. Michael Penix, he's no stranger to Michigan State. He played at Indiana. He also played under Washington's current head coach, Kalen DeBoer, in 2019 on his breakout season. He's 1-1 in his career against Michigan State. He has 80 pass attempts, 606 yards, and 5 touchdowns. That's pretty significant. Michigan State's pass defense is probably still bad. They haven't played anybody that would threaten that. So I'm not 100% sure how good or not good it is, but last year was terrible, and they bring all 4 of those guys back this year. And Washington's offense actually has been one of the best in the country that we're just kind of not really talking about all that much. So I think Washington has the ability to take advantage of this Michigan State passing defense, and that's probably where this line movement's coming from. I do like this matchup just from kind of an aesthetic standpoint. They last met in 1997 in the Hawaii Bowl, where Nick Saban was the coach at Michigan State. So they don't play very often. This will be kind of fun to watch. And I'm so glad that's not kicking off at like 9:30.
For sure. But one injury of note, Jaden Reed, the receiver for Michigan State, looks to be questionable for this one. So we'll keep an eye on that. Decent amount of injuries on Michigan State that could be moving this line in the direction that we're seeing here towards Washington. So something to keep an eye on there. The movement's been towards Washington. So if you're scratching your head on that, like Brett and I are, then it doesn't hurt to just wait till kickoff to see if you can get the best of the number here for sure.
Or just stay completely off it.
That too. Always an option. Sometimes the best advice we give is not to bet a game, and that might be the case in this one for sure.